All right, here we go. What's up, guys? Welcome to the CODcast, episode 67, the greatest podcast in the history of mankind, according to my dead daddy, as told to me by the Psychic Friends Network. Best $49.99 a minute I ever fucking spent. Hell yeah, how you guys doing? It's Friday. Filter Friday. We're not doing filters today because they don't have any new filters, so it sucks ass. And as always, we're running a little bit fucking late, but we got a great show for you guys. As fucking always, hope you guys are doing well tonight. And I have lots of cats around me right now. As you guys know, I run an animal sanctuary, and we bought a house that basically sectioned off into 4 different apartments. And so one of the apartments was for like one set of cats. The other apartment was for like another set of cats. Then one of the apartments for the dogs. And then I live in another apartment. And so what I did is I brought all the cats into the one apartment close to my apartment. It's basically a room close to my room. And I opened the door. And so basically they have access to my room now. So I'm surrounded by all these cats. So we're going to see how this goes. Hopefully it will not be too distracting to do this show with a ton of fucking cats around me at all times. But it'll be interesting to say the least. It'll be an experience at least. And an experiment. I don't think it's, for some reason, it's not fucking broadcasting to Facebook. I have no idea why. Sucks ass. And also it says that oh, good. Finally, the stream is good. So that's a good sign. Oh, shut the fuck up, Dusty. Shut the fuck up. Dusty. Shut the goddamn hell up, Dusty. No one wants to hear you talk, Dusty. Shut the fuck up. Anyway, as always, if you like the show, please consider supporting it on Patreon. Patreon.com/CODcast. We're up to $814 per month. I'm rich, motherfuckers. I'm doing it just for the money. But want to thank the 113 patrons that have donated to me. Really means a lot. You guys helping me out. And if you like the show, please consider supporting it on Patreon. $1 or $2 a month really helps. Whatever you can chip in. Very much appreciated. Most of the money I goes to the Human Side Animal Sanctuary, where we rescue cute little kitties like this one. This is our first rescue ever. Yeah, this is Miss Misty. She's so sweet and loving. She likes to lay on my chest and just purr away all night. She got some pretty green eyes, don't you? You so cute as shit. So if you can help me out, please do. And she ain't interested in being a star. She just don't put your head on my microphone, okay? You can lay on my lap, but don't. Yeah, she's rubbing all up against. Okay, we'll see how this goes. All right, don't rub on my microphone, dude. Okay, chill. Just lay down and chill for a minute, okay? I know you ain't never seen me do a show before live, but we're gonna try this out. Okay. Ow. Okay, baby. Yeah. What's up? How are you doing today? I know, Daddy's the best, huh? Daddy's the best. Daddy's the best. Can you even see her? See her little head poking up there, all over my fucking microphone. All right. Okay, you got to go away. You have to go away. Daddy's got to do a show. Sorry. No, don't come right back. Don't fucking come right. All right, sit right there in my lap. Daddy's got to do a show now. Be a good kitty. All right. Got a great show, as you guys always know. I put on a good performance, and we're going to talk about Jordan Peterson and Jordan Peterson's daughter a little bit. That should be interesting. The grift keeps on going. The grift in that family is strong as fuck. Dusty Cat ASMR, I know. Got to be sweet to my kitties, though, because I love my little kitties. I have a great cat named Misty. Yeah, we named her Misty because when we got her, she had a little cold, and she was sneezing all over the place and misting on everything. Don't rub up against my microphone, cat. Dude, can you see her down here? Oh, you can't see her. There she is. Rubbing up all against my microphone, rubbing up against everything. All right, let's go back up so you can see my head instead of the cat. All right, there we go. Better. This will be interesting. Purr, 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 purr. Already the best podcast ever. I know. This is going to be interesting with all these cats around me at all times. All right, Misty. Misty, baby. All right, no. Okay, go away. Go. Go. Shh. No. Shh. Shh. No, not working. All right. I know. I'm amazing. I understand. Believe me. I'm me every fucking day. I get how great I am. But just chill for a second. I don't want to spray my cats with a spray bottle. Dusty, does being a vegetarian affect you buying meat products like food for your animals? Nope. I only choose what I eat for myself. I guess I choose what they eat for themselves, but, you know, they're not vegetarian because, you know, they're dogs and cats. I just buy them regular dog and cat food. I don't thrust my lifestyle upon them. Ain't nothing wrong with e-begging if it's going to kitty cats. I know, right? Hook a brother up, HBO. Yes. Ow. Ow! Ow! Why you don't claw me? She just clawing the shit out of me because she's just purring and she's kneading away at my leg. I know I'm amazing, dude. Okay. Animal abuse. What? Would never abuse my animals. Bite your tongue. Hi, Dusty. What's up, Catalina Gearbox? I tried to call you on Discord earlier, but you didn't answer to test it out. So, yeah, dude. Catalina's going to join me a little bit later. We're going to talk about the Jessica Yaniv situation. She has some thoughts about that. I'm going to talk about some trans issues. But first, I guess we'll go ahead and get started talking about the main topic tonight, Jordan Peterson. Once again, we're going to talk about Jordan Peterson. So, I got a lot of fucking flack for, hey, baby, how are you, sweetie? Yeah, I know. What's Daddy talking about? All right. Let Daddy do his thing. Why don't you go on? Go on in the other room, play. Go play with the, no, don't come right back. So, I got a, God damn it, this ain't working very well. I got a lot of shit for talking about Jordan Peterson. I wasn't really making fun of his crying, but we were pointing out the hypocrisy of it. The hypocrisy of the fact that he's a fucking bully. He's always been a goddamn bully. His fans are incredible bullies. They bully everybody. And the fact that he cries about being bullied on Twitter just shows amazing hypocrisy, you know. So it's worth pointing out. And so I posted, the next time you see someone defend Jordan Peterson for crying about being bullied on Twitter, show them this. And there's so many examples of this. These are just a few of them I pulled up real quick. This from the Catholic Register. Yes, it's a real Catholic magazine. I checked. Churches should tremble at transgender agenda, says U of T professor Jordan Peterson. You know, shitting on trans people, lying about them, posting propaganda. Don't go into, get out of my, I hope the cat doesn't reset my computer. I'm sorry about your ears. Stay off the fucking computer, goddammit. Anyway, so there's that. Transgender mania is a sign of cultural collapse. He posted this back in December 2016, and his fans are always like the shittiest people in the world. Sounds like the end of history. When we are all equal, there will be no more stories. Oh, God. That would be horrible, wouldn't it? If we were actually fucking equal? Terrifying to think about. And Sean Craig explains exactly what happened when Jordan Peterson went out and started shitting on and demonizing trans people. This happened at his own college. Post Jordan Peterson controversy, UFT says specific threats have been made against members of its trans community, police involved. And yep, a message from the University of Toronto. Dear University of Toronto faculty and staff and students, we have learned that specific threats have been made in social media against some individual members of the trans community at the University of Toronto. We condemn these threats. We are working closely with the University of Toronto campus police. So yeah, and over 200 UFT faculty have signed at WGSI letter condemning on-campus and online incidents of transphobic and anti-black hate speech and threats. And somebody at the school pointed out, I don't think the major media outlets realize how severe the situation on campus is. So yeah, this happened when Jordan Peterson started speaking out, lying is another word, making himself famous off the backs of trans people, the most vulnerable people in our society. Here's some more examples. Why you shouldn't use transgender pronouns. And his fans are like, I would not be using grammatically incorrect pronouns because I refuse to be sucked into someone else's psychosis. Just horrible human beings. Becoming disabled by choice. Transabled people feel like imposters in their own working body. Good old Jordan Peterson being a big old transphobe like he is. Just the biggest fucking bully shithead. So his fans are like, how are you treating this as anything other than a mental health issue? Even using trans legitimizes it. That's right. Let's pretend it doesn't even exist, right? They're just mentally ill. So bullying of trans people. That's all they do. You've been warned. Bill C-16 provides only the simplest of tools. I will never call a trans person by anything other than there's biological. No, don't. Get out. Hang on a second. Get off. Get off my computer. Fucking cat, you're going to reset the goddamn thing and the whole damn stream's going to shut down. Fuck, I should have rethought this. Anyway, sorry about that. Would never call a trans person by anything other than biological gender. I would never sacrifice my view of the truth on anything. Oh, aren't you brave, Charles, too? Such a brave human being. Dr. Jordan B. Peterson, gender dysphoria. You ain't seen nothing yet. Otherkins brought to you by Once Great Cambridge. That's right, otherkins are the same thing as trans. You know, thinking you're a wolf is the same thing as wanting to be a different gender than you were assigned at birth. This is nothing. Just wait for the trans Napoleons and attack helicopters to come out of the woodwork. Attack helicopter jokes. That never gets old, and I don't really think this is Milo Snuffleupagus. I think this is a fan account or something. But let's look at a few more examples. Here's a Sophie Banks, who is a trans activist. Jordan Peterson arguing that trans rights and gender expression bill would make it a hate crime to judge someone's hair. What an arse. And he does say this. I'm going to prove to you he said this in a second. I'm going to show you a video of him saying this. But here's his fans bullying this person. If you don't understand the creep of brainless legislation and the brutal downstream effects, you're a complete moron. So, yeah. He's a bully. His fans are bullies. They bully people all over the place. SJW logic. Linguistic diversity is awesome. Also, if you use the wrong trans pronouns for Zir, we will burn you alive. At Jordan Peterson. Yeah, that's right. Trans activists are going to burn you alive for accidentally misgendering people, but no. I haven't even really heard anybody bitch about somebody not saying Zir. I never hear anybody want to be called Zir. Now, yeah, sometimes they want to be called they and them, but this whole Zir thing is just fear-mongering for the most part. Bullies doing what bullies do. And I'm going to talk about this one in a minute again, so I'm not going to show it again right now. So, don't believe me how he went and he completely misrepresented Bill C-16. Well, I have a great example here where he literally says that making fun of someone's fashion choice is exactly the same, or it will actually get you charged with a hate crime in Canada under Bill C-16. This is the kind of bullshit he was spreading. So let's have a look here. The claims he made about it.
You can now provisionally be prosecuted under the hate crime legislation federally for criticizing someone's choice of fashion.
Obviously, completely ridiculous, not true in any way whatsoever. He's just a lying liar, lying asshole who, this is how he got famous, folks. This is how he made his millions, by going and spreading hatred and lies towards trans people and bullying them, and his fans bullied them. I gave you so many examples of his shithead behavior. So here's Joe Rogan and him laughing about how funny it is that he's making money off this, that he's making money off spreading hatred towards trans people. This is what a piece of shit fucking Joe Rogan and goddamn Jordan Peterson are. Watch these assholes.
Which is hilarious. I mean, the thing that I shouldn't say this, but I'm going to because it's just so goddamn funny. I can't help but say it. I figured out how to monetize social justice warriors.
So hilarious. I lied and spread hatred towards the most vulnerable class in our society that's committing suicide all over the place. Isn't it funny? Fuck you, Joe Rogan. Fuck you, dude. Holy shit, you're part of the problem. You goddamn chud asshole. Shit, man. How do people like this motherfucker? He's so cringe. It's amazing. So anyway, we fucking gave him a little shit for crying about being bullied on Twitter when he's a fucking bully himself. He's a bully. His fans are bullied. And people are like, hey, I can't believe you're making fun of Jordan Peterson for crying. I thought the left was okay with men crying. You guys are always telling men that it's okay to show their feelings. Why are you making fun of him for crying? And I pointed out, look, when the left says it's okay for men to cry, they don't mean it's okay for men to cry about everything, regardless of what it is. If a thug beats up a defenseless old lady and acts like a big tough guy while he's doing it, and then he starts to cry like a little baby when he gets arrested, it's okay to make fun of that guy. It is. And when Jordan Peterson bullies the fuck out of trans people, that's not the only people he's bullied. He's bullied tons of people, but we're just going to use trans people as an example right now. And then he cries when people call him out for it. When he cries because he's bullied, because people are actually challenging him and criticizing him. It's perfectly fine to point out what a hypocrite is and, mock him a little bit about it. It's okay to cry if you're a man. But, it's much better if you're crying about other people and not your own sad sack bullshit, in my opinion. So, dickhead of the highest order, right? And people have pointed out other things that he said, too. Like, a new psychogenic plague brought to you by the social justice world. Oh, yeah. What a plague. Showing somebody what your pronouns are. Matthew, he, him. Oh, my God. Clutch your pearls tighter. What are we going to do? It's such a plague. Fucking Jordan Peterson. Spreading bullshit. And also, you guys remember that time that Jordan Peterson got Shoe on Head mixed up with Blair White and thought Shoe on Head was transgender because he doesn't know the difference? Here he is. Transsexual Blair White takes on the transgenders. I love how he's calling her transsexual Blair White. Like that's almost like her name. Isn't this identity politics? Look, she's transsexual and she agrees with me. I must be right. But no, it was this is Shoe on Head, not Miss Blair White. And he's like, oh, my error, it was on White's YouTube channel. And it was a video that Shoe on Head made about transgenders, which is a slur, basically, to make fun of anybody who doesn't pass in the way you think they should. All transgender people who don't pass like Blair White does. Let's make fun of them, right? Of course, Jordan Peterson was on that bandwagon, bullying transgender people that he doesn't accept. No problem bullying people, but yeah. Definitely thought Shoe on Head was transgender, which is pretty fucking funny in my opinion. Got called out, and I thought you could always tell, Jordan Peterson. I thought you could always tell, so it's easy. It's easy not to misgender people. Before long, he's going to be misgendering cis women. I guarantee you, because he clearly can't tell the fucking difference, right? And some more bullshit. He said. Jordan Peterson actually said that violent attacks are what happen when men do not have partners, as if centuries of documented incidents of domestic assault just never occurred. So no, I don't need to read all his fucking books to get the full context. He is an intellectual fraud. That's exactly right. Being in relationships doesn't stop violence. You know, domestic violence is proof of that. Domestic violence is probably one of the most common types of violence against women, right? So just because men are having sex, that doesn't mean they're less violent. It's just stupid. He's bad, and he should feel bad. But also, one thing he is bad about is what he said about women wearing makeup and high heels in the workplace. Stay away from my computer, cat. Don't make me yell at you again. I don't want to yell in this microphone. People don't like that. Just lay down and chill, dude. Just fucking chill. So we're going to hear the bullshit he had to say in this video. Let's have a look. And then it's going to lead us into our next segment where he talk about his daughter, so pay very close attention to what he says here.
Here's a question. Can men and women work together in the workplace?
Yes, I do it.
How do you know?
Because I work with a lot of women.
Right. Well, it's been happening for, 40 years? And things are deteriorating very rapidly at the moment in terms of the relationships between men and women.
Is there sexual harassment in the workplace? Yes. Should it stop? That'd be good. Will it? Well, not at the moment it won't, because we don't know what the rules are.
Do you think men and women can work in the workplace together?
I don't know.
Without sexual harassment?
We'll see.
We'll see. How many years will it take for men and women working in the workplace together?
More than 40.
To get a sense.
We don't know what the rules are. Like what? Here's a rule. How about no makeup in the workplace?
Why would that be a rule?
Why should you wear makeup in the workplace? Isn't that sexually provocative?
No.
It's not?
No.
Well, what is it?
Keep in mind, he's really, really concerned about women being too sexually provocative. And he's saying that if you are sexually provocative, you're a hypocrite if you don't want to be sexually harassed. That's what he's about to say. Listen, don't believe me. Listen to his own words.
Then, what's the purpose of makeup?
Some people would like to just put on makeup.
Why?
I don't know why.
Why do you make your lips red? Because they turn red during sexual arousal. That's why. Why do you put rouge on your cheeks? Same reason.
I mean, look.
How about high heels?
What are they for? What about high heels?
What about them? They're there to exaggerate sexual attractiveness. That's what high heels do. Now, I'm not saying that people shouldn't use sexual displays in the workplace. I'm not saying that. But I am saying that that is what they're doing. And that is what they're doing.
Do you feel like a serious woman who does not want sexual harassment in the workplace, do you feel like if she wears makeup in the workplace, that she is somewhat being critical?
Yeah.
Okay.
I do think that.
So in case you didn't understand what he said, do you think a serious woman who wears high heels and makeup in a workplace and doesn't want to be sexually harassed is somewhat hypocritical? And his response is, yes, I do think that. So he thinks that if you dress too sexually provocative, you sort of deserve a little bit. You're hypocritical if you don't want to be sexually harassed. Which brings me to his daughter, Michaela Peterson. Let's see what her public image is like. Looks a bit sexually provocative to me. I wonder if Jordan Peterson thinks it's okay to sexually harass her in the workplace. Or, wherever she is out in public, because she clearly dresses like this. This is her public image. I wonder if he has a double standard for his own daughter. You think? The meat queen, Michaela Peterson, and it's even weirder. Even she is sending him pictures of her in a bikini. I don't know, Dad. It's been 14 months, and I think I'm starting to see the scurvy vitamin deficiency creep in. Yeah. Why do women wear bikinis in public? It's because they want to sexually arouse men. Now, I'm not saying they shouldn't wear bikinis in public. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that's what they're doing. Aren't they, Jordan Peterson? So is it okay to sexually harass your daughter, Jordan Peterson? I say no. I'm on the side of no. It's not okay to sexually harass your daughter because of she's wearing makeup and she's wearing a bikini in public. But what do you say? Is she a hypocrite for it? I think you might be a hypocrite, Jordan Peterson. But speaking of his daughter, man, they are a grifting family. I guess a family that grifts together stays together. It's here's her website. She's the CEO of the Lion Diet, which I'm pretty sure is supposed to be pronounced Lying Diets, Lyin. And this Peterson's daughter is making blatantly illegal, fraudulent health claims and marketing her diet business, and she must be reported to Health Canada. And I agree, she definitely is. They are making fraudulent claims, trying to make people that believe that it'll beef salt water equals complete remission from severe autoimmune arthritis and depression. That's right. It sure did cure your daddy's depression, didn't it? Oh, wait. No, it didn't. He got addicted to drugs to cure his depression, didn't he? And here's from her website. I'm going to show you more of her website in a minute, but this is the Lion Slayer. Should be the Lying Slayer. I'm Michaela Peterson. I'm a 27-year-old who has successfully cured her autoimmune disorder and other seemingly incurable health problems. Chronic depression, weight problems, fatigue problems, etc. I've helped thousands of people do the same. So she's claiming that she can help cure your depression and your autoimmune disorders. You don't get better through... This is so funny considering the fact that her dad literally got addicted to drugs to get off his depression. You don't get better through the medical system. You get medicated. You don't say. You get better by taking that responsibility on yourself. And mainly changing your diet and lifestyle. It didn't even work for your own father. You goddamn lying grifters. Holy shit. I know how that sounds. I wouldn't have believed it either, or I don't believe it. I wouldn't have trusted this page or this story. I don't trust any of you. You're all fucking lying grifters. And people got mad at me for saying that I'm skeptical of the story the Petersons are telling for why he got addicted to drugs. Now, what they say is that his wife got cancer, was diagnosed with terminal cancer. And he was so depressed that he got addicted to drugs over that. And then she was miraculously cured somehow. No evidence given for any of this as far as I could tell. And so, this is a guy who said he stayed up 25 days straight with zero amount of sleep because he drank a thimbleful of apple cider vinegar, right? This is a guy who has a history of lying, is a lying con man. If a televangelist said his wife got cancer and she was miraculously healed and that's why he got addicted to drugs, everybody would be skeptical. What is the jabba jabba? We're doing a live show here. So anyway, I'm not saying it didn't happen, folks. It might have very well happened. It's just that extraordinary claims must have extraordinary evidence before I'm going to believe it, And so I'm still going to be empathetic and just assume it happened. But it's still, at the same time, I'm still skeptical. And Hitch said any claim that can be made without evidence can be dismissed without evidence. And so I am skeptical about the story. I think probably. Let's just speculate. Let's just speculate that possibly Jordan Peterson got depressed because he got famous. Then everybody started shitting on him because he's a lying fucking con man and was very bad for his ego. And so he might have got addicted to drugs because of that, because he's a long time history of depression. And maybe his wife, was diagnosed with cancer. I don't know. Maybe she was misdiagnosed. I haven't seen any evidence of any of this. Maybe that contributed to it. But like I said, when you're dealing with con men and a whole family of grifters, you should be skeptical. If there was one thing he could say, like he knew he was going to rehab to get off drugs, and he knew that it was going to come out that he was addicted to drugs. So what can he say to justify that? Well, if he's like, I did it because my wife has cancer, then that's one thing where, nobody can fucking touch him then. Because if you touch him, you're the asshole, right? You're the asshole who's making fun of a guy whose wife got cancer. So it's like the perfect thing to say so he can get away with being addicted to drugs without having anybody shit on him for it, right? But skeptical. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, we're going to continue to shit on his daughter a little bit because she should be shit on for this. She is a fucking grifter. And here's her website, The Lion's Lair. The lying, in my opinion. Let's read a little bit more on her page. There are ways of dying, and I was dying. A lot of people are suffering from health problems, particularly in North America. Before we continue, I want to let you guys know that all of her symptoms, just about every one of her symptoms could be contributed to Lyme disease, which she admits that she had. Yeah. Lyme disease. Are you kidding me? Yep, she had Lyme disease, which pretty much covers everything. And when she got treatment for Lyme disease, you know, that helped her other issues. So I'm just saying that maybe your problems were not caused by your diet, but your Lyme disease. Just saying. Anyway, back to this. I was diagnosed with an extremely aggressive juvenile autoimmune arthritis when I was 7 and put on immunosuppressants. Doubt. I was the first kid in Canada to be put on a medication called Enbrel and treated with methotrexate. That's a mouthful. From the age of 8, I gave myself twice weekly injections. I was diagnosed with extremely severe familial depression. Yep, definitely runs in your family, that's for sure. And medicated with SSRIs in grade 5. Should have got on the benzos like your dad, right? Well, let's skip ahead to the end here. The Lions, like, this is her $600 a year scam. Basically, it's a chat group that you pay $600 to be a member of. The Lions Lair gives you access to live weekly Q&As, coaching, live videos, meal ideas, updates, sneak peeks at YouTube videos, access to the twice yearly in-person meetups, daily access to Michaela for support in group chat, a group of individuals going through similar health struggles, a family-like support system, private Facebook group, private fasting group. Take control of your health now. I want to read something else she said. Where does it say that? So I've really been thinking, how do I find these people who really need me and are willing to do anything to get better? People like me, the people who send me 10 emails asking for consultations. What kind of consultation do you need? It's an all-meat diet. Just eat all fucking meat, right? It doesn't work. It's not good for your health, but I mean, it's pretty much in the fucking name of the whole thing. It's the carnivore diet. You don't fucking need her to consult you on this shit, right? How dumb are you motherfuckers? It's just that Peterson's cult is so obsessed with Peterson that anybody even remotely connected to him, like his daughter, also gets, you know, his shine a little bit. So just to be, they're so obsessed with him that even to be talking to his daughter is an honor to them. It's basically like Scientology, right? Exactly the same thing people say about Peterson, exactly the same thing his fans say to me about Peterson. It sounds exactly like what Scientologists say about L. Ron Hubbard. It's almost indistinguishable. But anyway, I get people reaching out and they say, hey, I have this health issue. I want to lose 40 pounds. And I tell them what to do and tell them to message me if they need support. And they say, yeah, but I like pizza. And that's a huge waste of my time. I don't want to talk to those people. I want to talk to people who have suffered and are absolutely fucking done with it. I want to talk to people who haven't suffered but still have that drive to be a boss. Yeah, you want to be a boss? This is the 80s, I guess. Should not make you feel important. Yeah, you can be a boss like me. We'll all be boss together. Isn't this boss? No, man. None of this is fucking boss. Some people have the drive, but they've been hit over the head with life so much that they need some support. I want those people, so I'm offering that support in what I'm calling the Lion's Lair. I know it says layer, but that's not fun. It's a group of people who are driven to improve their lives and want to see what can happen when they optimize themselves. You have no idea. You get healthy and you change your mindset and doors open everywhere. Opportunities become endless. Life gets insane when you're not half dead. The people in the Lion's Lair are superhumans. Oh my God. Holy fucking shit at this grift. Or trying to be. And they will get there because I can actually devote some time to helping them. Particularly if I know they're motivated. Take control of your health now. So if you want to be a part of the liars and part of something that will help you optimize your life and open doors you didn't think could be open, check it out. It's priced high enough to deter trolls and people who don't really care about optimizing their lives. And it's on a huge discount now because I will be upping the price to keep enrollment limited so I can really focus on these people. I want to help people turn their lives around. I want to help fix people who need to be fixed and want to be fixed. I don't want to waste my time. So this is going to be it. The Lion's Lair. Don't join if you're not interested in really optimizing your life. I don't really want to hang out with people who don't try. It doesn't interest me. I'm too important for you plebes. Only if you got plenty of money to pay me, I know you're serious. Join if you want to see what it feels like to be a boss like me. I'm such a fucking boss, grifting you motherfuckers on an all-meat diet that's gonna gunk up your insides and you'll never be able to shit again. Hell yeah, say hello to colon cancer. Meet other bosses. Yeah, we're so bosses. All of us are bosses. Fuck. And you're really willing to do anything to get there. Looking forward to seeing you and getting to know you. Let's join now. I wonder how much it is. Instant access, $599 a year. What? Yeah, folks, you too can join a chat group of other fucking idiots who paid this dumbass, I don't want to say bitch, because that's a gendered slur, horrible, lying, grifting human being for only $599 a month. Don't you want to join other people who are just as dumb as you, who fell for this bullshit? Don't you want to join other Jordan Peterson cult members who would do anything in the world to be connected to him, even giving his dumbass daughter $599 for nothing? Sure you do. Jump on board to the Lion's Lair immediately. Holy shit, these people are just fucking shameless, right? And so I talked about this last week. She recently left her husband and her little baby because she's an amazing person to date this guy, the biggest douchebag in the fucking world. This is Andrew Tate, pickup artist. Look at him flexing with his legs all spread. Isn't he fucking cool? Yeah, alpha as fuck, isn't he? This is the dude she's dating. Let's have a look again at his fucking ridiculous website where he gruffs people with his pickup advice. Here he is with Don Trump Jr. Yeah, what a dude. Network, bring it. It's only $299, folks. So she's obviously getting tips on how to grift from this fucking grifter, her new grifter boyfriend. And she's a horrible person, folks. That's what's weird about this. That Jordan Peterson is some kind of father figure to a lot of disenchanted young men in the world right now, but he doesn't seem to be a good parent, because even his daughter sounds like a really shitty human being. She doesn't seem like a good person, so how good of a parent could he possibly be when he has a daughter like this, in my opinion? And she might want to have a chat with her new boyfriend, right? Andrew Tate, because he's on the record saying there are very few fat, lonely men age 60 with no money or family or hobbies who aren't depressed. This is not a clinical disease. It is a circumstance which they must change. Most depressed people are unhappy with their lives, too lazy to change it. That's simple. That's right, Michaela. Even your boyfriend thinks it's bullshit. Your meat diet doesn't fucking cure depression. It obviously didn't work for your dad, right? And, so then we come to this, folks, and I know you're not going to believe this is true, but it is. I have fucking checked. It's on Amazon. I'll show you in a minute. Jordan and Michaela Peterson, Our Carnivore Diet, How to Cure Depression and Disease with Meat Only. And this is so fucking hilarious, folks, for so many reasons. First of all, we're not going to talk about her misshapen boobs. I guess we did, but we're not going to focus on her misshapen boobs too much because that's rude to focus on her incredibly lopsided boobs. But obviously, this is Photoshop. Looks like they Photoshopped Jordan Peterson's head onto a red body, and all this is Photoshopped in. What are you looking at, Jordan Peterson? I think he dropped his benzos on the ground. You're not going to find them in the sand, Jordan. Keep on looking. But it's hilarious because Jordan Peterson, who literally got addicted to drugs because of his depression, is looking incredibly depressed on the cover of a book that claims he cured his depression with meat. Just so much to fucking unpack here. And the most hilarious part was that when he loaded this book up, it was the #1 new release in toxicology. That is too fucking funny. You know what toxicology is, folks, right? Toxicology, the branch of science concerned with the nature, effects, and detection of poisons. I think that actually fits perfectly. It is a poison diet of eating nothing but meat, folks. So, nailed it. Absolutely nailed it. And, even I tweeted about it. Oh my God, this is actually fucking real. Or it is real. Let me see if I can show you here. Here it is. The Carnivore Diet on Amazon. Jordan and Michaela Peterson. Our Carnivore Diet. How to Cure Depression and Disease with Meat Only. Revised transcript and blog post featuring Dr. Sean Baker. So this is going around Twitter today and yesterday. Went kind of viral. And I am going to take up for the Petersons a little bit here. I do not believe this is a book that had the permission of the Petersons to be released. And I'm not 100% sure on that. It's possible that they gave their okay to this, but I don't think they did. I think they need to sue this person, because I think this person, I think what they did was they took Michaela's blog post and her Twitter post, and they made a book out of it, and they made it with this cringy fucking picture on the cover. And then they're selling it, and they claim down here that $1 for every paperback sold, Michaela and her father, Dr. Jordan Peterson, will receive $1 directly. Most of this, they get like money from Kindle Unlimited. I think they get a little piece of whatever person that reads it from Kindle Unlimited. Basically, they get some of their subscriber fees, I guess. So he's making money off that. Whoever this Johnny Rockermeyer, I guess his name. So basically, I think he's I don't know if he's a scammer. I guess it's a scammer too, but I think he's an obsessed Jordan Peterson fan. I'm going to show you in a minute. And I think he also thinks that it's okay for him to make money off Peterson as long as he's like spreading Peterson's work and stuff. Really weird motherfucker. So we're going to look into him a little bit. Right. First of all, he has another book about Jordan Peterson, and he's a German guy apparently. So basically, he's taken Jordan Peterson's videos and he's transcribed them and he's putting them in a book and he's put pictures and shit up and he's starting to sell them on Kindle and in paperback form. I don't know. I guess he's printing his own paperbacks. I'm sure they don't actually have a whole bunch of paperbacks printed. He must have some kind of machine that prints out little pamphlets and stuff that he sends people. That's what I'm assuming. So he has all these different versions of the same book. Dr. Jordan Peterson, Man of Meaning, which is sad as fuck. He also, if you look at this book, not that one, the Man of Meaning books, he also lists a website that you can get a discount on. So I went to the website that he listed that you get a discount on. And it's some kind of merchandise site for Jordan Peterson. And it's clear that it's not authorized by Jordan Peterson. It looks like cheap as fuck where he's selling Jordan Peterson merchandise and shit. Man of Meeting, JP. So basically he's just trying to make a buck off Jordan Peterson's name. And if you go to the About page, basically he uses it to shield himself. He's an entrepreneur, author, translator, content creator of Dr. Jordan Peterson's work, and soon my own. He actually gives the YouTube link to his YouTube channel. So of course I went and looked at his fucking YouTube channel, right? And it's all Jordan Peterson bullshit. This dude is completely fucking obsessed with Jordan Peterson.
But now for something.
Way. Shut the fuck up. And but it's all every bit of it. It's Jordan Peterson, Jordan Peterson, Jordan. The dude's completely fucking obsessed. And I don't think he's had any real contact with Jordan Peterson. I don't think Jordan Peterson has approved these books. I looked for any evidence that he and Jordan Peterson have had any meetings or connections or pictures together whatsoever, and I didn't find any. I did find that apparently he went to a Jordan Peterson speech. Yikes! I'm sorry about your ears, folks. That is my bad. Turn that way fucking down. That was shitty for me. Didn't know I was going to do that. But anyway, it was some fucking one of the speeches he gave, and I guess this Johnny Rockermeyer was in the audience. And I'm just going to skip to the end because it's so fucking cringe. Apparently, he shouts out from the audience, Logos! And then he puts some dramatic music to him screaming out the word Logos. And then he celebrates how awesome it was to shout out the word Logos to Jordan Peterson. This is how weird that Jordan Peterson fans are. It's definitely a cult. Let's look.
Explain it. You can't understand it.
Why not? Why not? Why
Well,
is that a fact?
for the same reason that you can't.
I mean, these.
Look,
Logos!
for the same reason. For the same reason.
Got it? Once again. Yes, that was so amazing. Let's hear you shout Logos again, you creepy
For
asshole.
the same reason that you can't.
And then dramatic music. Logos! It gets even worse. How cringe. Hurry up. Fade out dramatically and then it has begun! It has begun! Oh my god! What is begun? What the fuck are you even talking about? And he actually got He actually got a comment. Between the epic song and the shouting, I got goosebumps. And he's like, that was what I was aiming for. Oh my god, it was goosebumps. I got goosebumps at you shouting Logos. Jordan Peterson is so amazing, isn't he? Oh my god, you guys are such fucking dorks. Jordan Peterson fans are so cringe, dude. What is wrong with them? And so, thought I would explain again. I explained this a little bit in the last show about why people still support Jordan Peterson, even though it's clear he's a lame-ass con man. And his advice is simply stuff you learn on Sesame Street or any movie. The advice he gives is good, and the rest of it is just, harmful bullshit. But the reason people can't let this go is because of sunk cost fallacy. Well, basically, I guess what it is, in my opinion, is that people just want to have a guru to tell them all the answers to life. We're born stupid. We're born basically blank slates, and life is confusing, and people don't know what the fuck is going on. We're all the same. We're all just trying to figure out what the fuck is going on here. And and some people, especially people that didn't have fathers who could teach them anything. I didn't have a father either. My father wasn't around much, but I don't fall for this kind of bullshit. But they just want a father figure to explain life to them because it's so confusing and scary when you don't know. And so they've convinced themselves, because other people suck Jordan Peterson's dick all day, that he is this fucking amazing guru that has all these fucking answers and can tell them exactly how they're supposed to live their life and exactly what's going on. But the thing about gurus is this: gurus are just like everybody fucking else, man. They don't have all the answers. You know, they're just as pretty much as dumb as anybody else. You know, people treat me like this sometimes, like I'm this guru that has all the answers, and that makes me feel uncomfortable as fuck, because I live with myself, I know myself, and I know what a fucking moron I am. So I know how ridiculous it is. I don't know what the fuck is going on. I'm doing the best I can. I think I have my life figured out pretty good for me. It suits me, but like it's not for everybody. And so they want these gurus to tell them, you know, how to live their life. And in some ways, Jordan Peterson can be beneficial, because while his advice is very elementary, you know, it's the stuff you should have learned on Sesame Street. Like, you know, you're supposed to be improving your life. Who doesn't fucking know you're supposed to be improving your life? But apparently some people need to be told this. You know, you're supposed to be doing little steps each day to make it better and better and better, right? You should know this already, but some people don't know this. And so when Jordan Peterson tells them this, and they've convinced themselves that he's such a guru, they actually take his advice and go out and actually do try to improve their lives, which is good. The problem is he brings all this other shit into it, right? All this other shit about postmodern neo-Marxist and women wearing makeup in the marketplace and shitting on people who just want social justice and equality in the world, and he grifts people. And so they get drawn into all this other bullshit and also help spread it, which makes the world a worse place. And so it's just sunk cost fallacy. Their egos won't allow them to admit that they're wrong, because they've spent all this effort and time worshiping and sucking Jordan Peterson's dick and believing that he has all the answers. And to admit to themselves that they're wrong, they've spent all this time and wasted all this time for nothing, is something their egos just will not allow them to do. So they just continue to believe that he is some fucking genius guru, regardless of what evidence comes forth, regardless of the fact that he has the $60,000 school that's basically a Christian cult that kicks people out for asking too many questions, regardless that he claimed that meat cured his depression when he got addicted to drugs to cure his depression, right? Regardless of how many lies and how much conning he is caught doing, they still won't allow themselves to believe it because of the sunk cost fallacy. And it's sad to see, but we definitely have to call it out repeatedly. You know, we definitely have to point this shit out, because, you know, people have to wake up and realize that this guy is a fucking lying con man, and he can up your life in some ways as long as you chew the meat and spit out the bones, which I guess is an apropos phrase considering Jordan Peterson's diet. But there's so many bones, right? So much of what he teaches is bullshit. There's just a little bit of it that's actually good, so that's why it's so fucking harmful. But anyway, guess that's all I'm going to fucking talk about Jordan Peterson right now. What do you guys think about that? Are we lobsters out there? Or do we see right through his fucking ridiculous grift? Well said, Dusty. Appreciate that. Doing the best I can. What up, chat room? It's your homeboy, Ray. What's up, Ray? How you doing? I guess I'll stop and read the super chats. Super chats, the lifeblood of the show. No question dodged. Every question answered. Please consider supporting the show if you can. There's a little $sign down there. Chat, and I read all the super chats, and it's a great way to help the little kiddies. We're about to build a big giant fence, 50 by 50 fence, a new fence for the dogs. So I actually talked to the contractor today. He came out here and measured for the fence and stuff. So we're excited about that. So I'm putting you guys' money to good use, and I really appreciate that. And Aspitch, who was one of my biggest supporters, really appreciate that. She's always first. Hey, Dusty, sorry I was broke for the last 2 shows. LOL. Here's a little money for the fur babies. Looking forward to the show. Hey, Anna, I love you. Really appreciate that. You're awesome. Brian Corbury. Corbier? I don't know. That's hard, man. Dusty, V-Cats, the whole time is exactly the content we came for. So stay away from my computer. You're about to see it again. Get away from my computer, you cute-ass little thing. God, you're cute. Yep, you'll be seeing plenty of that. Sabo Tabet. What's up, Sabo Tabet? 1420. Got 420 in it, so I love it. Thank you for your support of the trans community. Hey, no problem, man. It's, you know, that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to take up and, you know, protect the most vulnerable in our society. That's what, you know, good people do. So I don't need a pat on the back, but I appreciate it. It means a lot to have such a strong ally. What do you think of classic folk like Pete Seeger, Woody Guthrie, and Phil Oach? I have no idea who any of these people are, unfortunately. Never heard any of these names in my life, but I will paste and search for the first guy. Who is this? American singer. I know Pete Seeger is. I've heard some of that stuff. What did he sing? I bet I would know his song if I heard it. Is he the one that sing? I don't know. I'll look that up later. But yeah, I appreciate that. 1420. Everybody can look at those people if they want to. Thank you for shouting them out. Kitties versus Dusty. 10-10. Satisfied with results. Oh, I know, right? I got Katana over here. She's just chilling out. She's a big fatty. She's the oldest one we have. And I love her, but she has this problem where sometimes she pees in the bed, and goddamn cat pee smells so fucking bad. So I got this leak proof. I guess it's probably for kids or something that pee on the bed. But I have a king size bed, so I got this king size leak proof under mattress thing, or under the top sheet thing, so she can pee, and I'll just have to watch the sheet on top. I don't have to wash the whole bed or anything. So she can lay on the bed all she wants to. I'll take care of it. Fat little cute thing. So I appreciate that. Tenzi Kusanagi, $4.99. Have you seen people crying over gender label on feminine pads? I think I saw something about that, but I didn't pay too much attention to it, so I will try to pay attention and maybe cover that on my next show. Thank you for that. Hey, what's up? My uncle from Norway's back. He's changed his name. He's no longer my rich uncle from Norway. He's Andreas, uncle from Norway. But he gave me 500 Norwegian kroners or crowns or crones or something like that. That's very generous. I really appreciate that. Good to see you back, man. Thanks for coming back. Jeremiah Lance gave me $5. I would like to wish my awesome wife a happy birthday. Well, why didn't you tell me her name so I could do it? So happy birthday to Jeremiah Lance's wife. I would tell you by your name, but thank you for that, Jeremiah. Rexo, $5. Was that Star Wars font in Jordan Peterson's epic music video? Probably. They always steal everything, but I can't talk. I stole the thumbnail for this video from another podcast that did this, but I changed it slightly. I added my own text on it, so that counts as a completely new product in my opinion. Here you go, Dusty. Something for the doggies and kitties. Thank you, Rave Dubin. I appreciate that. I will definitely put that to good use. You rock. Kevin Lindsay, have you ever researched resource-based economy through Peter Joseph or his lecture titled A New Human Rights Movement? No, I haven't. I know a little bit about the resource-based economy. I'm not really sure how feasible it is in modern day. It's an interesting idea, though. But I don't know all that much about it, so I'm not going to speak about it. But thank you for that. I appreciate that. I will look up that more later, maybe cover that on a future show. And more super chats, please. If you can afford it, if you can help me out, I appreciate it. And let's go ahead. How far are we? Oh my God, we're only 50 minutes in this show. Holy shit, that flew by. Holy fuck. Time flies when you're talking about Jordan Peterson, I guess. I guess we need to move on with the fucking show real quick then, huh? All right, let's see what else we got here to talk about tonight. Oh yeah, you guys see this? I don't know if this is real or not, folks. I'm just gonna assume it is because it's funnier that way. But let's have a look at this. I'm not going to tell you what it is. Let's let it be a total surprise to you.
All right, Cal. Back up. I will get it. Cal. I will get it. Cal. Hey, come back, Cal.
This is personal. We started off as friends, now we close, yeah. The feelings out of count is like a personal. You're playing with my heart, so it's just worth it, girl. You're so amazing.
I just want to go on the record. Oh, hell no. This is not the way you fucking do this shit. At a time where black men are so scared about being shot by the police, you're going to let this racial fear be the catalyst to you asking somebody to marry you for a proposal? This is the worst proposal I've ever seen in my entire life. The worst fucking idea. And I don't know if it's true or not, folks, but it's funny. So, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to start dating a black girl. I'm going to fall madly in love with her. I'm going to get her to fall madly in love with me. And then one day, I'm going to put on a Klan robe and a Klan hood. And I'm going to sneak over to her house. And I'm going to light a giant cross on her lawn. It'll be flames like 20 feet high, shoot up all over the place. And she going to run out all freaked out and scared and terrorized. And then I'm going to whip off my hood and be like, it's just me. It's me, baby. Will you marry me? It's going to be so fucking romantic. You guys can't wait for that. It's going to be cool. I'm going to videotape the whole thing. It's going to go viral. You just wait. It's going to be awesome. And apparently, this Major League Baseball douchebag umpire tweeted, I will be buying an AR-15 tomorrow because if you impeach my president this way, you will have another civil war. Oh my God, folks. Hopefully he will be fired. I mean, he should be fired for this. You say free speech, but no, this guy is advocating violence. This is the kind of shit that is actually going to help spread violence, and it is. There's so many people doing this. And the funny thing is, everybody's like, liberals are the ones who are violent because somebody fucking punched Annie No-Go or some shit. when they just turn a blind eye to all this shit. They never call this shit out, you know? Where's fucking Annie No-Go to talk about this shit? Where's Paul Joseph Watson to call this shit out? Where's everybody on the fucking right, all these right-wing grifters who continuously talk about the violence of the left, calling this shit out? They won't do it. It's the double standard. Doesn't fit into their narrative. There's several examples of this I'm going to go into. Like every show, I have tons of examples that go into this. But I'm not racist, but, and this is coming up into what I'm going to show you guys next. Everything before the word but is usually bullshit, and this is something that happened in Tennessee. This, I think this was Sevier County Commissioner Warren Hurst. Let's hear what Sevier Commissioner Warren Hurst has to say. This genius motherfucker. God damn it, conservatives.
Got a queer running for president.
Reactions from some in the crowd. One woman stood up, expressed her anger, and said this as she stormed out. Commissioner Hurst's comments continued, saying the white man has few rights.
I'm not prejudiced. But by golly,
I'm not prejudiced, but let's listen again.
That by golly, a white male in this country has very few rights.
What the fuck is he talking about? What rights do white people not have that everybody else has? God damn it, this whole snowflake white fragility culture is so embarrassing. The whole goddamn society was literally built for a white supremacist power structure. It was built for you and me. This is the reason that you're a fucking, whatever you are right now, a commissioner. You're a commissioner because you're an old fucking white dude, okay? Obviously you're not smart. Obviously you're not handsome. Obviously you're not talented. That's why you're fucking on the board right now. What rights have you goddamn lost? We can't call our employees the N-word anymore. You can't do nothing in this country. We ain't got no fucking rights. It's just so embarrassing.
White male in this country has very few rights, and they're getting taken for every day.
And look at them. That's right. They're being taken every day, our rights. What? Name a fucking right that's being taken away from you because you're white. Nothing. Literally fucking nothing, you goddamn lying, fragile snowflake douchebag.
After the meeting, Hurst told me over the phone that he's entitled to his opinion and stands by it.
I'm entitled to my opinion.
Kids and your grandkids is going to pay for what we said.
Amen. So yeah, racism is dead, folks, right? There's no white supremacy in this country anymore. No, these are people that are the leaders, right? These are people that are leaders of this country. And this is a guy who's just brave or stupid enough to say this out loud. For every one person that says it out loud, there's a million other white guys out there who are thinking this, but keep it to their fucking self because they don't want to get in trouble. It's just so embarrassing how fragile you people are. Like, could society be any more for you? No, that's the answer to that. And here's my real-life fake husband, Cody Johnson, calling out Cornyn, who says it's not a bad idea to get U.S. troops out of the way if Turkey planned to ethnically cleanse the Kurds. Yeah, that's right. Let's pull the American troops out of our allies' way so they can be ethnically cleansed. That sounds like a really just American thing to do. And yeah, Cody's like, he said ethnically cleanse. He just said it out loud to reporters he knew was listening. And that's right. They don't even give a fuck, folks. They do not give a fuck. They're not even trying to hide it anymore. America is not great. This is not a great country. A great country would never do this. A great country would never have people like this in office. Sorry. And speaking of which,
New Mexico, which I think
more proof that America's not a great country.
New Mexico,
There's no way
which I-
any. Shut
I
the
think
fuck
we're
up
gonna-
for a second, Trump. There's no way a great country would
New
ever have.
Mexico,
Would
which I
you
think
shut
we-
the fuck up? There's no way a great country would ever have an orange buffoon like this in goddamn office. This is so fucking embarrassing. Basically, in this clip, he claims that we are building a wall in Colorado. Now listen to him. Listen to what he's saying. And then know that after he says this, he's going to claim he was just joking. Now listen, is he joking or is he being serious?
New Mexico, which I think we're going to win. You know why we're going to win New Mexico? Because they want safety on their border. And they didn't have it. And we're building a wall on the border of New Mexico. And we're building a wall in Colorado. We're building a beautiful wall, a big one that really works.
Does that sound like a joke at all? What's the punchline? What's the joke? Obviously not
Can't
fucking
get over?
joking.
You can't get under?
No joke, no smiling, no laughing, nothing. Clearly not fucking joking. So, of course, he goes on Twitter and he's like, kiddingly, we're building a wall in Colorado. Then stated, we're not building a wall in Kansas, but they get the benefit of the wall we're building on the border. Referred to people in the very packed auditorium from Colorado and Kansas, getting the benefit of the border wall. That's right. He was just kidding, folks. Sure, Jan. Sure. It's just so cringe, man. But the thing is, he got 67,000 likes for this. His fucking fan base don't give a shit. They'll believe him no matter what he says. And the ridiculous thing is, instead of saying that he was just joking, which we all clearly know he wasn't, he could have just said, I misspoke. What I meant is we're building part of the wall on the Colorado River, which they are. They're building it on the Colorado River, which maybe that's what he meant. And he could have just said, that's what I meant. But instead, he has to lie because that's his first instinct, is just to lie to cover for himself. It's so fucking embarrassing. Holy shit, I cannot believe this guy's the leader of the free world. Oh, man, this is such a fucking parody existence we're in. And speaking of which, you want to get your house egged? Because this is how you get your house egged. Snickers bar with Trump 2020, Tootsie Rolls with Trump 2020. And the crazy part is all the people who support her. They're like, God bless you. You're doing the right thing. Hell yeah. A lot of them are shitting on her, of course. But dude, they taste like spray tan and urine. Can't wait for your house to be covered in toilet paper. Yeah, and egged. Definitely have poop. They're going to be a big flaming bag of poop. They're going to ring your doorbell. You're going to stomp it out and get poop on your shoes. Hope you enjoy it, poop shoes. But anyway, a lot of people were supporting him, thinking it was a great idea. But I don't see them right now because, because children vote. Yeah. Yeah, they're getting that coveted children vote. That's about the only people that would vote for Trump at this point, I would hope. But, either children or people with the minds of children. And another one from Cody Johnson. What's up, Cody? How you doing out there? You know it's going well when Trump supporters are out there saying shit like,
abuse of power is not a crime. Abuse of power is not a crime. Abuse of power is not a crime.
Yep, going real well for Trumpers. And which is funny because, as Cody Johnson points out, a former acting attorney general says abuse of power is not a crime. It's funny on its face, but also abuse of power was literally one of the articles of impeachment drawn up against both Clinton and Nixon. And it's cool he could just say this, and nobody will bring it up again. I know, right? This is Fox News, folks. The #1 news channel in the world, just out there saying, hey, it's no big deal that the president is abusing his power. Who gives a shit? Some of us a little bit. It is a little bit of a big deal, but and this is kind of funny. The only thing funnier than Trump's staff printing out tweets for him is him signing and mailing it to the person. And this is the best part, pointing to them, in case they forgot who they were. And he actually does this. This is not the first time he's done this. He prints out tweets of people he likes and then autographs them and sends it to him. Like this one from Tommy Lauren. We watch the Democrats. I don't know what the fuck it says here, but Tommy, thank you for everything. What does that say? Best wishes. And then whatever the fuck these lines are. I don't know. I guess that's his signature, but that's horrible. And then he points to her. That's the one I'm talking about, Tommy. I'm talking about your tweet. Not all the other ones. In case you're confused by all these other ones who are not you. These are not ones I'm talking about. I'm talking about you. Point sign and oh God. And of course, he's going to support Tommy Lauren and her Freedom clothing line that's made in China. That's right, American flags. Buy American, folks. Just don't buy it from me because all my cheap shit is made in China. Exactly the type of person you would expect our president to be supporting, isn't it? I guess we'll take a little break here and we will read the chats a little bit. You talk good. Are you talking to me? You talking to me? Must be talking to me. Ain't nobody else here. Appreciate that. Cholos. Hell yeah. I don't know what we're talking about, but I will go ahead and agree with you. Let's see. I'm looking for my name because people who ask me questions usually put my name, and I don't see my name anywhere. So, what the fuck? Logos or locos? Yeah, locos makes much more sense, doesn't it? Remember to like and subscribe and hit the bell. I didn't even tell you guys. Make sure you hit the like button. Do it right now. Like it. Like it. And if you hate me, dislike it. Because as always, a dislike is better than nothing. Because all goddamn YouTube cares about is engagement. And also, comments. Leave a comment for the algorithm. Al Gore will thank you, and I'm pretty sure that it will help the environment if you do it. So be sure. Cosmo Dusty, are you going to Politicon? No, I don't go to any of these things anymore, mostly because I'm a homebody, but also because I just feel out of place, and I don't know. I'm more of a people person online, not so much in person. And grab her. Alright, I guess I'll check the super chat. Super chat. Rave Dubin, he's talking about the right to say the N-word and harm a black man, all without getting a slap on the wrist. Yep, I know. That's exactly what he's talking about. Can't be racist in this country anymore. Can't even wear a Confederate flag on your shirt anymore. Can't talk about the South rising again anymore. Yeah, that's a good thing. Lots of good things. WJW is white justice warriors. I know white people are so oppressed. God damn it. I mean, look, I'm white as fuck. I'm getting whiter every goddamn day. At this point, I'm basically an albino. And I can tell you from firsthand experience, I am not having a hard time with being white in any way whatsoever. Being white is pretty fucking amazing in my observation and my experience. You know, I would definitely, if I had the choice to be white, I would definitely be white again in this society because it's pretty great. Don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Dusty in Japanese is stick figure running, stick figure doing the T-pose, and stick figure standing on one leg. Awesome. Thank you for letting me know, Rexo. Little education for me. And that's all the super chats. More super chats. On with the show. Let's see what else we got here. Talking about fucking Trump supporters and Christians calling for violence. Once again, this is something you'll never goddamn see the anti-SJW is talking about because it doesn't fit into their narrative, but the right-wing conservatives are continuously trying to advocate violence. They're trying to make people violent. That's what they want. It's kind of like, reminds me of the media when they were talking about the Joker movie before the Joker movie came out. They seemed so disappointed that nobody went and shot up a theater because they were like hoping that people would go shoot up theaters. They were almost trying to instigate it. And these motherfuckers are literally trying to instigate violence over the Trump impeachment. Let's have a listen.
They take him out, there's going to be violence in America. That's all there is to it.
And when we say take him out,
however he leaves, there's going to be violence in America. And I believe there are people in this country, veterans, there are cowboys, mountain men, I mean guys that know how to fight. Okay? And they're going to make a decision that the people that did this to Donald Trump are not going to get away with it. And they're going to hunt him down.
See, he's literally trying to appeal to their ego. You're veterans, you're mountain men, you're patriots, you're tough guys. And if Trump gets taken out of office, are you going to take that? Are you going to be a little bitch and sit down? Or are you going to go hunt down and kill the people that did it? That's exactly what he's doing here. This is a person that Trump has retweeted before. I believe this is the person that said there's going to be a civil war that Trump retweeted. So, you know, they're just straight out advocating violence, folks. They're straight out trying to fucking cause it. You know, these evil goddamn Christians. And hey, where are you at, anti-SJWs? Would be nice if you could call some of this shit out occasionally. But you won't, because you won't make very much money doing it. Definitely right-wing grifts are way, way, way more lucrative. And more evidence of violence. Man charged with spraying bear repellent. Shut the fuck up. Continue without supporting it this time, of course. Fucking NBC News. Man charged with spraying bear repellent on anti-Trump protesters at Santa Monica Pier. That's right. Let's have a look. Where is the video? I don't see any video. What's going on? NBC? Now this one I ain't supporting you. You want me to support you and your video ain't even working anyway. A man has been charged with using bear spray on a group of protesters at an anti-Trump rally Saturday on the Santa Monica Pier, prosecutors announced Wednesday. David Nicholas Dempsey, 32, of Sherman Oaks, faces one felony count of use of tear gas and one misdemeanor count of unlawful tear gas activity. Dempsey is accused of shooting bear spray at a rally organized by Refuse Fascism, a group opposed to President Donald Trump and Vice President Mike Pence. 5 people were treated, but they were expected to be okay, NBC Los Angeles reported, and there were no serious injuries reported. So, yep, where you at, Annie No-Go? Where are you motherfuckers at? Oh, not gonna call it out, are you? Not gonna call it out, but I will. I will point this shit out. Which side is the most violent? The one killing people at Walmarts, the one walking into churches and shooting people, the one sending people pipe bombs, the one literally calling for violence. It ain't the left, folks. Sorry, that's a bullshit narrative. I will call bullshit on that shit all day. And Bruce Springsteen is out there saying that Trump doesn't know what it means to be an American, and I disagree with Bruce Springsteen. Trump knows exactly what it is to be an American. Trump is as American as it gets. This is America. Everything's a dollar sign. Your life is a dollar sign. That's why we're the only first world country in the world not to have universal basic health care, right? I almost said universal basic income. Universal health care, right? There's a reason for that. Our lives don't matter. Our lives are a dollar sign. And what better way to illustrate that than a rich, super rich billionaire asshole being in charge? That's as American as it gets. It's not a great country, folks. It's not a fucking great country. And that's what Bruce Springsteen don't get. He has this romantic idea of what America is, and it's just like that, and it's never been that. This is the country of slavery and Jim Crow laws and, you know, lynchings and allowing Saudi Arabia to come over and murder journalists and covering for them and selling hundreds of billions of dollars in weapons to them to use against civilians and betraying our allies, the Kurds, so they could be ethnically cleansed. That's what America's always been. Even when Obama was president, they drone-struck children and weddings and shit. And this is Obama, the good one, right? So, yeah, you're just out of touch, Bruce Springsteen. America's not this romantic place you think it is. It's not a great country. I want to say a shithole, but it's not a shithole. It's a pretty good country for a lot of us that live here, especially if you're white. It's a pretty good country for us, but it's just bad for everybody else, which makes it not great, you know? And here's one from Chin. I don't know how you pronounce that name, but anyway, what in the fuck is up with Rudy Giuliani's teeth? Holy shit. I know we talked about this, but what is going on here? Why would you only get top veneers? What a cheap asshole. He gets veneers at the top, has his teeth cleaned at the top, but not the bottom? What the hell are you thinking, man? How fucking cheap do you have to goddamn be to be like, so you want your teeth cleaned? Only the top ones. Only, not the bottom ones, because the bottom ones usually don't show, but the top ones, yeah, they gotta be white, but the bottom ones, no. Good Lord, dude. And don't you know that they have, like, whitening gels and shit that are cheap as fuck on Amazon and stuff? I even have one of these things that's ultraviolet. It's like a mouthpiece you stick in your mouth, and it shines ultraviolet light on your teeth. Like, you guys are rich, right? I know you took, like, $500,000 from Russians to interfere in the election. I know you got fucking some money, dude. Seriously. These people are so weird. They're just such weirdos. Good Lord, how weird can you get? And, you know, this is the President of the United States personal lawyer, folks. The leader of the free world's lawyer. Just the biggest goddamn freak you can imagine. It's just so strange. It's the world we live in. And I usually don't shit on Kyle Kalinske, because Kyle Kalinski's a pretty good dude overall, but holy shit, this tweet did not age well. Trump is flat out better on Syria than Hillary. It's not even close. Sad to say, but totally true. No, it's not. It is sad to say because you're wrong. You were terribly, terribly, totally, embarrassingly wrong. History proved you wrong. Wrong. Kyle Kalinski's wrong. Definitely not. He betrayed our allies and left them to be ethnically cleansed, and Russia came in and took over our bases and took down the American flag and put up a Russian flag. Just horrible in every way possible compared to Hillary Clinton. Even though I'm not a Hillary Clinton fan, I bet she was better than him in Syria. And you were wrong, Cal. Even though I still like you, buddy, but wrong. And speaking of Trump, he's taking credit for the new trade deal with China, but it's not new at all. Basically, China offered to resume buying U.S. agriculture products at 2017 levels if the U.S. agreed to reduce U.S. tariffs to 2017 levels. So, $28 billion is spent in bailout funds to farmers, hundreds of billions in damages to world financial markets, all to restore the status quo ante. That's all we got out of it, folks. We got nothing. Take it back to exactly the way it was before you did all this shit. You lost. Are we tired of winning yet? I think I might be tired of winning. We're winning a little too much. Could we back off from the winning a little bit? It sure is costing us a lot of fucking money to win this much. It's just fucking embarrassing. And everybody's all mad because the Democrats are holding the first part of the impeachment hearings in secret because, you know, they're interviewing witnesses and stuff, just like a grand jury would be. You know, grand juries are usually done in secret and shit. And Republicans are mad as fuck about this. But guess who made the rules that they're following now? Who was it that made these rules to begin with?
Hey, what I did for you, Kilmeade, I read the House rules.
Okay.
And as frustrating as it may be to have these hearings going on behind closed doors, the hearings over which Congressman Schiff is presiding, they are consistent with the rules.
They can make any rules they want.
Well, they can't change the rules. They follow the rules. And when were the rules written? Last? In January of 2015. And who signed them? John Boehner. And who enacted them? A Republican majority. So
what do the rules say?
The rules say that this level of inquiry, this initial level of inquiry, can be done in secret. I want to watch it. I am dying to see if John Ratcliffe's cross-examination of Ambassador Taylor was as aggressive and successful as Republicans claim it is. John Ratcliffe is a former serious trial lawyer who knows how to cross-examine. We didn't get to see it. So what happened in the Nixon impeachment? My former boss, I was his page in the House of Representatives, Peter Rodino, instead of holding the hearings in secret, interviewed the witnesses in secret, not by the committee, but by the staff. Congressman Henry Hyde, same thing in the Clinton impeachment. Witnesses were interviewed in secret and then presented in public. Congressman Schiff, with a different set of rules, chooses to do the initial set of interviews in secret. Secret evidence doesn't work in this world. So eventually there will be a public presentation of this at which lawyers for the president can cross-examine these people and challenge them. This is like presenting a case to a grand jury, which is never done in public.
Yep. So they're bitching, of course, but they're bitching about the things that they caused to begin with. You motherfuckers set these rules and now you're crying about them because that's what they always do. They're hypocrites, folks. They don't give a shit that they're the ones that caused us to begin with. You know, if they were doing it, it'd be fine because they made the rules. But when the Democrats follow the rules that they set, oh my God, you guys are doing this in secret. This has never been done before, folks. We're going to have to commit violence because you're following the rules that we set for you to follow. We're going to murder all you people for doing what we told you have to do. It's just ridiculous. Why does the Republican Party even exist anymore in 2019? Isn't it time for this to go the way of the dinosaurs already? And speaking of people who should go away, Tulsi Gabbard, where the fuck her name is, holy shit. This chud went on Fox News to bitch about all this shit. She used to be for the impeachment, but now suddenly she's on Fox News complaining about it. Well, let's listen.
President, which is why I supported the inquiry.
All right, work.
President, which is why I supported the inquiry. I think that inquiry needs to be done in a very narrowly focused way, and it must be done transparently. I don't know what's going on in those closed doors. We as members of Congress don't have access to the information that is being shared, and I think that the American people deserve to know exactly what the facts are, what the evidence is that's being presented as this inquiry goes on.
And you will. And you will, as soon as the grand jury part or whatever is over with, they will release all this information publicly. You know, it's the initial part of it. But, you know, I've always been suspicious of Tulsi. Like, I didn't know much about her, but when people like Tim Pool and Shoe on Head come out and they rah-rah for her and this is their candidate, when these chuddy motherfuckers come out, I'm like, oh, I wonder what's up with this person. There's more than meets the eye here. And now I know exactly why these assholes are so supporting of Tulsi. You know, because she's a chud, just like they are chuddy chuds. Chuds got to stick together, right? And I guess next we're going to talk about some trans issues. And I guess it's time to bring on Catalina, who is one of my moderators. I usually don't have guests on the show, but Catalina's been a really good moderator on my channel. And she had some thoughts about some trans issues. So I want to bring her on to talk about this. If she'll answer. Let's see if she answers this time. Give them a second. I don't know what their pronouns are. I'm assuming it's she, her, but I'm not. We'll have to ask if they answer. Hello, Catalina, are you there? Oh, I couldn't hear. I can't really hear you. Can you turn your microphone up? It's really far away sounding. I cannot hear it at all. Maybe it's because, hang on, let me see. Maybe it's because of this. Let me change this over. Now say something. Nope, that didn't help at all. Maybe try this.
Got him there?
There we go. Boom! I did it.
Oh, right.
Hell yeah, live. Amazing. All right. How are you doing, Catalina?
I'm doing great. Thank you for having me on.
No problem. Let me ask about your pronouns first. Is it she, her, or they, them?
Yeah. Yeah, she.
She, her. Okay. And I never asked this before, but are you trans?
Yes.
Okay. I never asked. I didn't even know that, but I assumed when you wanted to come on and talk about Jesse and Eve that you must have had some kind of connection to this story. But,
yes. Should we talk about her now?
Well, I have a few things I'm gonna talk to you about as far as the trans issues go. We're gonna start off with Vosh first. I said something wrong about Vosh on the last show, so I wanted to correct the record on it. I said on the last show that Vosh had tankies as fans, but apparently it's the exact opposite of that. I got my terms mixed up, so I wanted to correct the record on that first of all, and then I want to talk about this Blair White stuff, and I wanted to have you on to talk about the Blair White stuff too, because I'm sure you have some opinions on Blair White. And Vosh had a tweet. I usually shit on Vosh on the show, but when he says something I agree with, I want to give him a pat on the back. I actually like Vosh. I don't know why I'm continuously shitting on him. I guess it must be jealousy. But he says
he's definitely trying.
He's definitely trying. That's true. He says this tweet very well could have said any gender can get an erection, and Blair, who has a penis, would have to choose between affirming her own identity and appeasing her dumbfuck transphobe audience. Blair White is a transphobe, and her career hurts trans people, and it's absolutely true. She's a transphobe, and here's her tweet. It says, any gender can get an education to prevent you from saying dumb shit like this. And the tweet is just, any gender can get their period. Any gender can get their period. And Vosh is right when he says that it's just as vile to say any gender can get an erection. And since she still has a penis, I assume, doesn't that apply to her as well?
Yeah, I don't know what this any gender can get a period thing is, but it just seems like to me it's a whole bunch of dumb people piling on top of each other. I
guess the point is that female to male trans still get their period, and you can be non-binary and have a period. You can be a man, your gender could be male if you're a trans male, and you can get your period. And that's all basically this person's saying. And she's basically saying, no, that's not true. If you get a period, you're not basically a man, but you are. Your gender can still be a man, and you can be a trans man, right? And still get your period.
I haven't looked into it. I didn't know that was a thing.
Okay. And next up, we're going to talk about, apparently, I think Vosh removed this tweet, but he had a problem with him basically platforming Blair White. He thought he should have been meaner to her, I guess. And he said, Blair White has no principles and doesn't care about trans people. Her only goal is defending the validity of her own transness to an audience of bigots and cretins. If she ever gets bottom surgery, her next video will be on how trans people who haven't are trending fakers. Yeah, he'll call them trans trenders, or I'm sorry, she'll call them trans trenders.
Yeah, that's the next thing in her playbook.
Yeah, definitely. And I agree with Vosh here. But the thing about it is, Vosh, to me, it's not just enough to call out Blair White. You should also call out the people who enable her, like Shoe on Head. People who continuously signal boost for her, rah-rah for her, like her stuff, spread it. I see it all the time on her account. And so, hold all these people accountable. If you're fucking supporting Blair White and helping make her more famous, you're helping all the harmful transphobic bullshit that she spreads become more popular too, and you should be called out for that too. And he's sort of unwilling to do that, and I think he needs to step up his game as far as that goes. You have any other thoughts on Blair White?
I don't know what's wrong with her. It's like she's just grifting for the surgery money. So I mean, if Blair White gets her surgery money, then comes out and says, "You bunch of dumb motherfuckers, you actually fell through this shit," I will respect her at the ass. But
yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. She's definitely a grifter. She gives I think bigots, transphobes permission to be transphobes because they're like, well, I like Blair White, so I can't be transphobic. But yes, you can. She's just the particular kind of trans person that you accept, while at the same time you belittle and demonize all the other types of trans people that don't pass to your standards. So you're still a trans bigot. But Vadim had a nice tweet about this, I thought. Vadim said, the Blair White system, make up some bullshit about trans kids, call the imaginary people subjecting children to these non-existent things monsters, block people who point out that she's lying, call SCW snowflakes or something, rinse, repeat. And that's what it is. Apparently, she's calling now puberty blockers chemical castration. So are you familiar with puberty blockers?
Yeah, I'm familiar with puberty blockers. It's like, if you have a child that, I mean, if you're trans, you know you're trans from a young age, unless you're fucked up by religion, which I was. But most people who know they're trans know they're trans from a young age. So getting puberty blockers is the right thing for them. So I just don't understand why they're saying, oh, this is a child abuse. No, it's a part of a child's good mental health, that they be treated with dignity from a young age.
I agree. People like Joe Rogan like to make the argument, well, we don't have the evidence yet on how these will affect people when they get older, how it's going to affect these kids when they get older who have gone through these puberty blockers. And maybe we don't, but what we do have evidence for is we have evidence of trans people who were not given the option of puberty blockers, who are killing themselves in masses, who wish they would have had this option. So we do know that's absolutely true. And so this stuff is going to save lives, and it's completely reversible. All you have to do is stop taking the puberty blockers, and then it reverses it, right? So calling it chemical... I'm going to read you what Blair White said. Blair White said, if you believe children shouldn't be able to drive, drink alcohol, or get a tattoo, but should be able to chemically castrate themselves and transition, you're either a monster or a fucking moron. So, and of course...
Wow, that's incredibly inept and insensitive.
Evil. And Bailey, the clueless clown, I don't know if this is a trans activist or not, but they responded. They said, what a fucking lie. Puberty blockers are not linked to chemical castration and transition, Blair. If anything, it's just a gender-neutral puberty-delaying medication. When they are trans adults, they begin transitioning. If they're cis, they stop the medication. Simple. And guess what happened? Blocked.
What?
Immediately blocked.
I don't doubt it.
Yep.
I'm blocked by Shoe on Head for asking her why she was racist towards Leslie Jones.
I've been blocked by her. I'm blocked by both of them. I'm blocked by both Blair and Shoe on Head. They're such snowflakes. But, you can't tell them the truth or call them out because, can't have that.
Even though these are the people that call us snowflakes? Like,
yep.
Really?
Definitely a double standard. And it's another tweet where somebody's pointing out the people like Blair White who are using this new chemical castration argument. People like Adam Trahan, Jack Probe. I call him piece of shit Biek. I don't know how you pronounce his name, but he's chemical castration is child abuse, and a U.S. court is allowing it. You good with this? He is another right-wing shithead. Also, Peter Sweden, who was another very, very popular right-wing shithead. Texas court forces father to allow 7-year-old son to undergo chemical castration and change gender. The father must also attend transgender classes. And Mike Cernovich, rapey Mike Cernovich, the guy who has multiple rape tweets, said, undermining and destroying a system that orders the chemical castration of a 7-year-old boy versus respectable conservatives.
You see how they're renaming it? Like,
yes, exactly.
They're not even calling it puberty blockers. They're calling it chemical castration, which is an outright lie.
Yep.
That's what the right does all the fucking time.
Transphobic propaganda. That's all it is. They're trying to make, spread fear towards trans people, which, is the last thing we should be doing. We should be hugging, embracing the most vulnerable classes in our society.
Yeah.
But these people are giant pieces of shit who don't care. They're evil. And it's up to us to call them out.
Yeah. I mean, this is what I would legitimately call evil. You're making an active choice to cause hate and death on people who you don't even fucking know.
I totally agree. And apparently this woman, I think she's a pediatrician who is allowing her trans child to take puberty blockers. They're basically slamming her, I guess it's her, what is it? Trying to see what it is here. These malicious fucks have been degrading this mother's other business, I guess on Yelp, I guess is what it is, because she is seeking medically and legally approved treatment. So yeah, the boy's mom, a pediatrician, has a 1.5-star rating. So basically they're just bombing her ratings to basically try to destroy her career. because she dares to give her trans kid puberty blockers. Now, isn't this cancel culture? Isn't this what they call cancel culture, where you're trying to destroy another person for doing something you're against?
I mean, the right has been in cancel culture since day one. I mean, first it was the atheists, now it's the gay, then it's the gays, now it's the transgenders. I mean, before that was the blacks and the Hispanics. I mean, what's next?
But they never call it cancel culture because it's a double standard. When they do it, it's totally different. It's justified. But when the left does anything even remotely similar, oh my God, they're trying to destroy people's careers. It's just so transparent.
Oh yeah.
So now we're going to talk about the Jessica Yaniv thing, which I know you have some strong opinions about. Apparently, the Canadian court ruled against her recently, which is strange because I thought, according to Jordan Peterson, the evil SJW Canadian tribunals were going to force people to bow to every whim of trans people. You know, he specifically said that, like I showed you guys at the beginning, making fun of somebody's clothing or fashion choices could get you arrested for a hate crime. But here they are ruling against her. So what is it, Jordan Peterson?
Oh yeah. I mean, are you going to bring up the Repsion video soon?
We can. I didn't get a chance to watch it, but I was hoping you would talk about it and you could fill me in on what it said. I know,
oh my!
Repsion,
well, basically,
go ahead.
Repsion made this video saying Jonathan Yaniv misgendering right off the bat, not even respecting her identity, and then he goes on to call out this person as crazy, and Repsion misrepresents this person.
Good morning.
Sorry, that was Repsion. I'm loading up his page here to see if I can find the video. Keep going.
As the normal transgender. And my fucking huge problem with this is that if you look at this person, it's obvious to see that they have developmental issues, and we used to look on people like this with compassion and patience, people with developmental issues, and now they're using them in their fucking political war against trans people, saying, look at these crazy people. I mean, it's like, I don't know.
You think Jessica Yaniv is just mentally ill and needs, like, medication, or what do you think her problem is?
I think she has developmental issues, and I think that she might need to get some help there. I don't know if she had the best of childhoods growing up or whatnot, but she's not normal. The average. I don't want to use the term normal because fuck that.
Ableist.
Yeah, but she's not the average transgender person. The average transgender person is working hard, trying to get money for $200 for a bottle of hormones, not testosterone.
Well, some of
well,
them
it is if you're, but and they're trying to get money for their transition. They're not. Most of them aren't suing people that, which I don't know if it's part of Canadian law that they have to offer treatment for both men and women, but I don't know why one of these parlors wouldn't offer it. I mean, I'm sure there are a lot of guys that would want, even though I personally am not doing that.
Yeah, I think a big of the issue is that they're not trained for it, and so if the society decides that this is something that needs to be done, regardless of what your sex organs are, then when these women or these people who are waxing people take these classes, then they have to properly train them for it to begin with. And so you can't hold it against them if they're not properly, because there is a different technique for waxing male genitals to female genitals. I actually did a lot of research on this. And so a lot of these women who are doing these waxing were only trained for females, and so they don't know how to properly wax male genitals. So if society decides that this needs, that it's only fair that you treat trans women exactly like you would cis women, then they have to make sure the women are trained properly when they go through these certifications.
Well, yeah, if it's a pure safety issue, then that's fine. And like I said, I think Eve might have some developmental issues, and that's what's going on with her.
I think the major problem I have with this is the misgendering of her because you don't like her. Because like I've said before, it's like calling like OJ an N-word because you don't like him. It's basically sending the message to people that you don't have to respect people's pronouns if they don't behave the way you think they should behave.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's definitely a big red flag. I mean, I really don't like Repzion anymore. I used to watch his stuff, but he just went on a downward spiral. And this is probably the start of his grifting career because the videos probably got a shit ton of views.
Yeah, 281,000 views, man. That's crazy. Like last time I heard about him, he was like selling his socks to like creepo fans and stuff because he couldn't make any money, and then he was like he went to get certified as a welder, but he's coming back with his alt-right grift and whatnot. I don't like him anyway because that time that TJ threatened me, TJ told me he was going to beat me up because he didn't like something I was saying, and Repzion was right there to suck his dick and be like, yeah, you would kick Dusty's ass. I'm like, fuck you, Repzion. Don't you have some socks to sell somewhere, you kiss ass? Fuck that dude.
Oh, wow.
And I guess we're going to move on, but I'm going to keep you here for just a second. I got a couple more things to talk about for some trans issue. We're going to talk about Ben Shapiro next. I don't know if you saw the Ben Shapiro video where he basically says that, well, let me just play it. You can hear it, right?
I think I might be able to.
Okay, let me play this.
At this hour with a bevy of updates on the transgender rights movement. Now, the logic of this movement is incredibly incoherent. It's incoherent for a variety of reasons. The biggest reason is because the basic suggestion, which is that gender is completely malleable and that sex is also completely malleable, is incoherent.
No, it's not. It's completely coherent. The argument is this. Obviously, gender is malleable because gender is just a social construct, and it's about the roles put us on by society. So if you change those roles, you can change your gender. But you can also change your sex. Now, you can't change the sex that you were born with because you can't go back in time. But as far as what sex is, it's basically hormones. Your cells are not sexed. Your cells are mostly waiting for signals from your hormones. So if you change the hormones that your body has in it, then you can change the biology of your body to be closer to a cis female than a cis male. That's what all the fucking biologists are telling you. So it's completely coherent. You have any thoughts on that?
Oh, yeah. I mean, like, I completely agree. Of course, Ben Shapiro is going to sell the right-wing propaganda without actually quoting any actual. The one thing I love about Ben Shapiro is that he just spouts out his opinion, and he doesn't present any scientific facts. And like, this is a person that wants facts over feeling. Where's your data, bro? Where's your facts? Come on, bring it forward.
He doesn't have to, though, because his audience doesn't give a shit. His audience already agrees with him. So as long as he just puts out an argument that's easy to understand and bite-sized sound bites, it'll get spread. I'm going to go ahead and keep playing it, though. It gets even worse.
There is such a category as male, and there is such a category as female.
Correct.
And you can switch between them. Yes. Then male and female must have definitions. But the definitions are not allowed to be biological because that would bar you from transitioning from male to female. And they also cannot be simple societal ascriptions of particular behaviors to male or female, because if they are, then they're gender constructs and they make no sense and they're sexist. So
that was all word salad. That meant nothing. He's literally saying nothing.
So you have now made these categories completely amorphous, but they must exist such that transgenderism exists. So you can identify without actually taking up any of the characteristics of the obvious of the opposite sex. You can be a man with a beard and a penis, and we can have to call you a woman, despite the fact that you demonstrate none of the affects or any of the behaviors typified by femininity.
I don't know who's doing that, though. Who's he talking about?
This is all straight out of his ass. He's not quoting any scientific paper. This is just his fucking opinion. I find it funny that people are willing to believe some guy on the internet that sounds good over actual science.
He doesn't even sound good to me. He just sounds like a little wiener. I'm going to keep going. The ending is what the goat is.
At the same time, so you have none of the biological attributes of a woman. You have none of the behavioral characteristics of a woman, but we have to call you a woman, which means that woman has no definition. None of this makes any sense, which is why the left is all fired for it. The reason the left is all fired for it in the end is because the destruction of sex as an actual aspect of humanity allows for the continuation of human beings to be reduced to subjective widgets where we are all supposed to simply sit there and have no judgments about reality, where we can allow the government to step in and manipulate us and tell us exactly how to raise our children. There are a bunch of these issues that have come.
That's right, folks. The trans issue is all about fooling you into letting the government step in and taking over your life. That's what it's all about. It has nothing to do with the fact that these people actually, feel like they're a different gender than they were assigned at birth. It's all a conspiracy so the government can take over everything. Holy shit. How fucking ridiculous can you get?
Oh yeah. I mean, like, and he says men and women act. How are men and women supposed to act? I mean, I've seen some really butch women that are really straight, and I've also seen some really effeminate guys that are straight as well. Like, it's so. Please, Ben, tell us how men and women are supposed to act.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to play that over you. I was playing this clip that you sent me of the non-binary person that got added to the She-Ra cartoon.
Oh, right. That was awesome.
I thought I'd play this and let you comment on it too, since you sent me this. All right, let me play it.
Hi, I'm Jacob Tobiah, and I am so excited to announce that I'll be joining the cast of She-Ra and the Princesses of Power for Season 4. I play a character called Double Trouble, who is a non-binary shape-shifting mercenary, so functionally I'm playing myself.
Ta-da! Thank you.
Fantasy has always been so vital to me because as a non-binary person, it's a way of escaping the confines of the world we live in, right? It's the way of building other realities and imagining the world as it could be, not as it is. Having non-binary representation in animated shows for young folks is just so vital because young people today are already understanding that gender is diverse and a broad spectrum from a super early age, right? So it's about time that the shows that we're making for young people reflect the world as they understand it. I'm excited for everybody to see Double Trouble live up to their namesake.
Somewhere the quartering is having a heart attack right now. He's going to make 100 videos about this.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be hilarious to watch.
Oh, I know. It's going to be funny. God damn, that man. He just looks like he lives in a basement 24/7 and doesn't shower.
Yeah. But he makes more money than we do. It's so sad and depressing at the same time how popular that shit is. Hatred is just so... Go ahead.
Yeah, but this is awesome. This is just a person being themselves, not hurting anyone.
Yeah.
And
making a good example for the youth and, setting an example of acceptance, which is exactly what we need.
Yeah. I mean, this is great. I mean, he can dress how he wants to dress. He's an adult, so he can be non-binary if that's how he identifies. That's fine.
I'm still not gonna watch
one of the
She-Ra,
things
but...
that I really have a problem with the right is why do they have so much of a problem with this as people identifying as non-binary?
Because it's different and new things are scary, when you're ignorant. And it forms as a good distraction, and they can distract, about what they're doing or the lack of what they're doing about global warming. They can distract selling arms to Saudi Arabia. They can distract with giving billionaires tax cuts. They can distract about the 45,000 Americans dying every year for lack of health care. And they can just, throw this red meat of, ooh, look at these scary trans people. Look at these scary non-binary people. Look over here. And, it works great. It distracts the public, brilliantly.
Yeah, I guess a Christian's right has got to be scared of something.
Yep, you got to make people afraid. It's very lucrative for sure. So
yeah.
Anyway, I guess that's all the trans issues I want to talk to you about. I appreciate you coming on. Maybe we'll have you on again sometime else. And I really appreciate all the work you do moderating my stuff for me.
You're welcome. It's been fun to come on. I hope I can do it again.
Okay, talk to you soon, Catalina. Thanks, man. Or thanks. You know what I mean? Thanks. I call everybody man, so I didn't mean to say that in a non-gender way. But cringe, Dusty, cringe. You got to not use such gendered statements like that anymore. I got to get used to not calling people dude and thanks, man, and all that kind of stuff. But next up, we're going to talk about Joe Rogan. Hell yeah, Joe Rogan. Apparently, Joe Rogan had Edward Snowden on. So people are kind of making fun about that. And I thought it was funny. I thought some of these tweets are funny. Joe Rogan smokes weed. Joe Rogan, so like, is the government actually corrupt? Edward Snowden, yes. Guy powerlifting and Planet Fitness. Damn, bro, that's fucked. That's about the gist of the Joe Rogan show and the Joe Rogan fans, the level they're on. Bro Rogan, as we like to call him. And that one got 240K likes. Holy shit. And another tweet for Joe Rogan. This one for The Onion, I think. The Onion nailed him. So people could be listening to this conversation right now as Joe Rogan trying to understand Edward Snowden's explanation of surveillance. Pretty funny. Dead on. What we got to say about all that? Love you, Cat. Yep, love you, Cat. Appreciate you coming on. Simply theirselves. Okay. Works for me. Great discussion. Appreciate it. I call my wife dude. She's cool with it. Yeah, I call everybody man and dude, but I gotta stop doing that. I guess dude is fine. Calling people man is probably not cool. But I always say thanks, man. Thanks, dude. That peanut head mofo. Yep, the peanut head mofo. Joe Snowden. Yeah, that video is pretty funny. Got beef, brah. This is an advertisement. The gender identity being non-binary is part of the ad. I don't know what ad you're talking about. Are you talking about the Shira thing, I assume? I hear the dogs barking in there. I gotta take them out in a minute. What time is it? I got 15 minutes in the show. They probably have to go to the bathroom. It's been raining all day, so they've been inside all day. The courting Shira boner got really confusing, I know. Shit, it was envy. Alright, let's check the super chats. Any new super chats? Damn it, Dusty, your t-shirts don't come in tall sizes anymore. Yeah, I moved everything to the, what do they call that? I don't sell them myself anymore. Teespring, that's what it is. So we sell it through Teespring now, and they only have certain sizes. So I'm sorry for that, but I appreciate you looking anyway. Thomas Husband, 6 pounds. You're a hero. Please keep going. Can you check out some more UK stuff like Novara Media and Jonathan Pye? Okay, I'll check out that for the future. Maybe send me links on Twitter for stuff you want me to look at. That'd be a good way to do it. James Mountain, $10. Yay, COD Friday. Hells yeah. Hey, Dusty, love you, bro. I love you, James Mountain. Have nothing relevant to say, so please just take my money. Also, Fruit Bats loves you too. Hey, what's up, Fruit Bats? Love all you guys. I appreciate that. You rock. Yaniv is a proven child predator. No. Yeah, I saw her topless. I talked about Yaniv a few times before on my show. Definitely has a lot of issues, a lot of problems. Like, I wasn't sure if she's a troll or not, or if she just has mental issues. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I do think she's legitimately transitioning. So to misrepresent her pronouns, misgender, that's the word I'm looking for. To misgender her just simply because you don't like her, I think sets a bad precedent. Brian C., $2. Informed consent, HRT, spread the word from Hugo. Hells yeah. Hugo, need to pick a new name. But definitely, HRT is no joke. That shit definitely works. What you doing, kitty? You get out of that garbage can. You cute little shit. Don't scratch my green screen. That thing was expensive. K. Condor, $2. Vosh said it's not immoral to own child porn. Yeah. He had some strange, some hot takes about that kind of stuff, in my opinion. But you guys can watch my interview with him and make of you will of it. Ghost Reader, $110 Mexican, which is like $10 or something, $5. But I appreciate that. How you doing down in Mexico? I got to go visit sometime. Drink some tequila with you guys. Rave Dubin, $5. Tulsi chances of winning the nod is doo-doo. Or dodo. So she is Hail Marrying at this point. Well, it looks to me like she's going to run as a third-party independent to try to take votes away from her, whoever gets the nomination, whether it's Bernie or, what is the other one's name? I'm drawing a blank on the, what the fuck's her? Elizabeth Warren. So, yeah, she was called a Russian agent by Hillary Clinton because she thinks that Russian money is pouring into her campaign to try to get her to run as a third-party candidate and pull votes away from liberals. So I'm not even sure she will. I think she has so many chuds who support her. She might even pull votes away from Donald Trump. So we'll see what happens. Not a fan, though. Volatile gave me $5. Thank you, Volatile. Brave Dubin gave me $5. The rules only matter if they are used against the other dude. This was nothing but a stunt by these childish Republicans. I know it's always that way. They set the rules and they bitch at the other people following their own rules. It just shows you their hypocrisy. Brave Dubin, $5. I just wish these people would come out and say they want bloodshed. They don't want civility. Also, fuck these so-called free speech warriors. I know we're about to play another Dave Rubin clip that illustrates just how uncivil they really are when they claim the exact opposite. Kevin Lindsay, $15. I'll donate $100 if you use some time to research Peter Joseph and the New Human Rights Movement. He has a 1-hour lecture on YouTube about his books. He's the musician that created the Zeitgeist movement. Okay, well, donate $100, and I will research that, and we will talk about it on the next show. How about that? I will bookmark it right now. Boom. Done. Bookmark the fuck out of that shit. All right. Oops. I wonder what they're barking about in there. Hopefully it's nothing important. I'm here by myself, so I can't go check on them right now. But we only have 10 minutes left in the show, so they'll be all right. Ray Dubin, he's talking about the right to say the N-word. Oh, I already read that. All right, cool. More Super Chats, if you can, please. This is the last chance to get the Super Chats in before the show's over. And Tulsi has come out saying she won't run third party. Okay, I did not hear that, but we'll see if that's true or not. I'm skeptical, but that would be good if she didn't. Then I'd have more respect for her if she did. Going to Politicon tomorrow. Wish me luck. Good luck, Newberific. Have some fun. I heard those things like meat market, so get laid real good. And on with the show. Let's see what else. I only got 10 minutes, and look at all this shit I got to cover. I guess I'm going to cover the rest of this shit on the next show. The good thing about having extra stuff to cover is because, like, the weekend is only, like, 2 days before my next show, so I don't really have that much time to collect new material, so it's good to have extra material for the next show. Oh, yeah, I was going to show this Dave Rubin, Ben Shapiro clip. Where is it? Yeah. My husband, Cody Johnson, says, everything you need to know about the current moment, and Ben Shapiro specifically, is 12 seconds of a lying little twerp giggling like a schoolgirl about the president being so cruel. And this is the guy that always complains about the incivility of the left. This is how much he cares about civility.
This is where President Trump is at his best. Dude is such a troll, and it's pretty epic. He's so cruel. He's such a cruel man. President. This is where President.
I love it. He's so cruel. He's awful. People are dying. It's hilarious. But the left is totally uncivil. It's the left that's uncivil. No, you little fucking twerp. Good Lord. What is the barking in there? Holy shit, I want to go check it, but I can't. All right. 10 minutes. They'll be fine for 10 minutes. They are going nuts in there, though. Let's see where I'm at. And we have, speaking of trolls, there are people like this, and I know this person doesn't believe this. This is a C.J. Peterson, right-wing shithead. Straight white males face more bigotry than any other group in America. No, we don't. We definitely do not face more bigotry. Here's the crazy thing. When Blair White was being completely transphobic, putting out all her transphobic videos and shit like that, and she was being called out by people, her fans would come leave messages like, how could Blair White be transphobic? How the fuck can she be transphobic? She's trans herself. Well, the same way that you claim white people are being bigots against other white people. The same way you claim white people are being racist against other white people, right? Are you saying white people can't be racist against white people? No, you're not saying that. Trans people can be transphobic against other trans people, just like Jesse Lee Peterson is racist against black people. He says the civil rights movement was bad for black people. You know, he's continuously talking about how great white supremacy is, right? You can absolutely be black and be racist against other black people. You can be gay and you can be homophobic, just like all the gay Republican senators who continuously pass laws against gay people, right? They're homophobes, but they're gay themselves, just like you can be trans and you can be a fucking transphobe. So I know this guy doesn't believe this, and I know he doesn't believe this when he says white supremacy isn't white nationalism. When did it become racist to love your country and have pride in your cultural identity? It's not about truth to these people. It's about triggering the libs and saying whatever you can say to pander to your fan base. And he's making tons of money at it, you know. But I see right through it. I know he doesn't actually believe that. I know it's all about pettiness. The entire conservative movement right now is just about being petty fucks. And this is kind of funny. People got mad at me for shitting on Justin Trudeau for his blackface a little bit, even though, Justin Trudeau seems fine, I guess. Even though a lot of liberals don't like him. I found that out after my last show. But Justin Trudeau, thought that was kind of funny. Get it? Because he does whole black body. Not anymore, but when he was young. I'm sure it was a youthful indiscretion. And God, I guess I'll skip these. But can you be more try-hard than Milo? Can you be more disgusting? Look, just look. Good Lord, that dude is so cringe. So it just reeks of desperation, everything about this dude. And hanging out with these two dudes just shows how far he has fallen. Pathetic. We only got 7 minutes. If you missed it, Paul Joseph Watson is disavowing grifters. Holy shit, talk about no self-awareness. Just got accosted by some trick-or-treaters who, upon learning I had no change, asked for notes. They were about 6 years old. It's not even Halloween yet. Halloween is sinful and only encourages grifters. Disavow. And PJW Correction says, in case you missed it, Paul Joseph Watson disavows grifters. This is a guy who spent the last 20 years working for Alex Jones. He wrote a book about microchips in your fucking money. This dude is one of the main grifters in the history of the internet. It seems like most of my show these days is just calling out hypocrisy. It's fun to do, but goddamn, it's so obvious what they're doing. I'm gonna run through these real quick because I guess I won't run through them real quick. I guess I'll save them for the next show. Far-right YouTube isn't a fringe phenomenon. It is the new mainstream and recently surpassed the big 3 U.S. cable networks in terms of viewers. Let that make you afraid, folks. They've fucking completely taken over social media because they've been funded by huge billionaires. I wish there were some left-wing billionaires out there that would fund some left-wing shows. That would be awesome. Christians have all the money. The right has all the fucking money. The left, it's just peanuts. We have to be starving artists out here, but at least we can sleep at night. That's the good news. I think I'm going to save some of this stuff. Maybe I'll just do a palate cleanser and end the show. Guess we'll do this cute little shit. Did you know adult ground squirrels are immune to rattlesnake venom, so they will actively antagonize the snake in order to distract them from a nest full of babies who haven't developed the resistance yet? Look at this brave motherfucker. Get the fuck away from my babies. Oh, hell no, you don't. I will distract you with my fluffy little tail, and you brave little shit. That's right, you protect your babies. Don't let that mean old snake get your babies, even though I know that snake just needs a meal just like everybody else does. So I feel sorry for the snake. I feel sorry for the squirrel. Nature's a bitch, man. Nature's just depressing all the way around. So anyway, I guess we're going to end on that one. Finish up reading the chats a little bit. What you guys have to say in the chats. If you think ignoring Milo is important, why do you give him attention? I don't think ignoring him is important. I think not platforming him is important. Making fun of him is awesome. It's the same reason I make fun of Christians. It's good to point out their bullshit they do. It's helpful to society. Tokens, yep. I know you're talking about that, whatever that dude's name is. They are tokens. They give racist permission to be racist because they're like, hey, this black guy agrees with what I'm saying, and so obviously I can't be racist. But nope, you're both racist. That's how that works. How is he still famous? I don't know. I guess because people like me keep giving him attention. God damn it, Dusty. I'm part of the problem, I guess. That's one tough squirrel. Hell yeah. Of course, they're awesome. Another reason I don't fucking eat animals. Milo loves attention, good and bad. Yep. Cult of Dusty, keep the cats on every show and have Catalina back on. I will. I was bringing a cat over here, but here, kitty, 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 kitty. None of them are going to come because they don't come when I call them. Here, kitty, 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 kitty. Here, kitty. Here, kitty, kitty. You don't come over here? I bet if I had some food. You want some tea? Some sweet tea? No. Okay. I can't get any cats over here right now, and I don't want to get up and go over there. So you guys saw some earlier, so that's cool. Let me finish up by reading the super chats. Super chat. Sign on, $5. Gabbard might be a nutter, but accusing her of being a Russian agent is rich, coming from Hillary, who took Saudi money. Yeah, I don't believe that she's a Russian agent or anything. I don't know. I guess if she has evidence of that, she could present it. I haven't seen any evidence of that, so I don't believe it to be true. I just know that they were saying that the Russians are trying to funnel money into her so she could run as a third party, but I don't have any evidence of that whatsoever, so I'm not making that claim at all. I'm just passing along to you what the rumor is. But, yeah. She's probably all right for the most part. Jado, $10. Tusty, you're white. Yes, I am. But not a white justice warrior. No, I'm not. Shapiro, Peterson, Crowder are the WJW. Snowflakes whining while being the majority and in power. You spoke against them, so I'm a Patreon. Hey, I appreciate it. All of you guys who are supporting me on the show, it really means a lot. Oh, here we go. Here's Katana. Here's the oldest cat we have, big fat Katana. But she loves me, the little bed peer. Mwah, mwah. She's such a sweet girl, though. She loves to get her daddy loving. So this is where most of the money you guys give me go to. We take care of these animals. We do a good job, don't we? Yeah, we take such good care. Mwah. You sweet little shit. All right, baby, you can get down. But I appreciate that. Thank you, Jado, for being a patron. It means a lot, and we do real good things for the money. And hey, we got $50 from Kevin Lindsay. Wow, that is very, very generous, Kevin. I appreciate that very much. Here's $50 now. The reason why I want you to talk about PJ's proposal is because your show never illustrates technical solutions. Rather, you talk about Shapiro and Peterson too much. It's time to talk about solutions that eradicate market ideology. Okay. Well, I will start talking about that more. Like, you guys can start sending me links on Twitter and stuff that you want me to talk about, like videos and stuff, and I'll take a look at them. That's my Twitter is Cult of Dusty 1, Cult of Dusty 1, Cult of Dusty 1. It used to be Cult of Dusty, but somebody who I won't name, shoe on head, had her fan base. Well, she didn't do it, but her fan base had me permanently banned, so I have a new account on there. So thank you for that, shoe on head's fan base. But I will start talking about them more. Send me some links, man. Send me some links, or lady. I don't want to misgender you. Even though your name is Kevin. I'll start talking about solutions. I'm all for that. I think solutions are important to talk about. And appreciate that $50. Very generous. Django Fett, $3. Super! Thank you, Django Fett. Really appreciate that. Good to see you back. And that's pretty much the end of the show, folks. Please like the video right now. Fucking like the video. If you have not, left the comment. If you're watching this thing not live, if you're watching the recording of it, comment for the algorithm. It's very important to get the show to spread. Tell your friends about the show. Be like, hey, did you know Dusty Smith is doing the greatest podcast in the history of mankind? And they'll be like, who's Dusty Smith? And they'll be like, just watch the fucking show. CODcast. It's badass. And also, patreon.com/CODcast. $1 a month, whatever you can afford. Help the kitties, help the doggies, help us out. I will be back on Monday. I love you guys. I really appreciate the support. I will see you guys soon. As always, till next time, trans rights and logic. Fuck yes. Good night, everybody. Thank you.